Hey guys, Coach Rob here. This video is about setting up your True North Fitness training app and setting up your mobile application for it. So first and foremost, you're looking at my home screen on my mobile phone. You can see I have several different folders or file groupings set up. The one that's called My Fitness is the one that is all my personal stuff, and I have it set up that way. I can't call it True North Fitness because of my coaching. I use a lot of similar apps between coaching and the tools I use for coaching versus my own fitness. So we recommend you set up a folder on your mobile app and you put all the apps that you're going to use for your fitness and our coaching into that one group. So I'm going to go open that group and we'll see what it is. So looking at this and seeing what it is, depending on what you're doing with us, you'll have some or all of these apps. Well, minus the Samsung Health. But in the upper left corner is your True North Fitness and Health training app. This is kind of our primary central hub position, and this is what we're going into in just a minute. For nutrition coaching, we use MyFitnessPal, and that will connect or sync with the True North Fitness training app. I recommend you do that whether you're doing coaching with us or not, and the reason for doing that, as well as using the polar heart rate training, is you're going to build up history over time. And if you ever do decide to come in and add on those services, if you're not using those to start with, one, you're going to have a familiarity and a work process already developed for it. And secondly, you're going to have a history of data in there that we can look at and immediately get to work on. Instead, otherwise, it's going to be okay, download the MyFitnessPal, start recording your days, and then we'll come back and look at it after you've got 3 or 4 days recorded. Whereas if you've already been doing it, we can look at it right away and look and see where you're at. Same with the heart rate data. If you've been recording it some over time, we'll be able to take a look at your past and see what's going on and immediately make progress on it. The second row, the MindBody app, is currently the scheduling system we use for the studio. At the time of this video, we're looking for an alternative, so that may or may not stay. It may change to something else. In the middle, the Wendler calculator, that's for a specific programming approach to help calculate loads. The Elite HRV, which is the right-hand side in the middle, that is our resilience coaching, stress management coaching app, and that is something everyone should use also. So starting at the top and going across, the True North Fitness app, the MyFitnessPal app, Polar Flow or Polar Beat, and then Elite HRV. Those are the base apps that we use for the processes we use. I use Polar Flow because for my heart rate strap, I use my Polar M400 watch. If you don't have a watch or other device that it's recording to and you're actually recording to your smartphone, you need the Polar Beat app instead, because the Polar Flow doesn't acquire the data, Polar Beat does. All right, with all that being said, let's open up the True North Fitness Training app. And as it opens up, there we go. Okay, much like the web dashboard, which if you haven't seen those videos, there's a series of videos talking about how to use the web platform, because this does sync up to the web and it's up in the cloud that all your data is. Across the bottom are icons for much of the similar same things you have on the web. There's your dashboard that we're looking at now, and it's in blue so you can see that. The next icon is for your training plans. Same thing you have up on the web. Your calendar, same thing you have up on the web. Your messenger, which is a combination of your private messages to your coaches and your group messages. The icon for the gym, that's for people in the area or out of the area to pull up the gym. And then the triple dot under more is for seeing more data. So first and foremost, the dashboard screen, just like on the web, it's showing you blue for workouts, strength training programs and whatnot, and the green for cardio of what's done, and that's all week by week. Same thing on the web, it's the workouts, cardio, progress photos, and weight, personal bests. And then if you're doing nutrition, same thing on the web. Again, 2 graphs, one for calories eaten, with the red line for your goal calories. If you're doing nutrition coaching, we've set a calorie goal for you as a reference standpoint. And then daily macros, if you're getting into real specific type of coaching, we've set your macros as well. And that's looking at the green color is your protein, the red is your fat, and the blue is your carbohydrates. So this is the dashboard setup. Purpose of this video is really to take a look at your settings. So we're going to go look at your settings, which is over under More. So under settings, here's your offer to follow us on any one of our apps. Please follow us on social media to your liking. We're going to go through each of these setups now. Under my client setup, so here we go. All of this information is really important for us working with you online and remote. If you hit the edit button, you're going to be able to edit the information, but basically your contact email, your mobile number, your Skype ID so we can communicate on Skype. We usually do it through the Appear-In app, which you'll see on the video that goes through messages, or Zoom. Your birth date, it gives you your age, your height, your gender, and where you live. All this is important to have to set up, so please make sure it's accurate. Also, it does, honestly, this is a secure app and a secure website, so please do set a photo for you that you like. It really does help us to have a face to see when we're working online like this, so please do a photo for us. So payment for your services, yeah, we have to eat, so we do ask that you maintain this information. This is where you can update your payment information. Settings, all right, these are all really important. Settings and notifications. So this is important for how we can keep up with you, and it gives you control of how you communicate with us best. In the top section is units for weight and distance and body and the video quality you like to see. Pick one of these. You pick the way that you want for these different things. But again, that's all important. The notifications down here in the app notification section is vitally important. So groups. So this is going to pull up the groups you're in, and then from there you can set how you want to be notified. Please don't set none, because you're never going to be notified, and these messages and the communications, they're not necessarily 911 urgent type of stuff, but it's definitely 411 important to know. And sometimes it's timely, especially for those of you guys we're working in person with, or if you have an appointment, we might be getting a hold of you for something, and you need to find out about it. So for instance, group notifications, I've got mine set to when someone mentions me or responds to something I've mentioned. And this is my personal client app. It's not my coaching. For my coaching, I have universal knowledge of anytime someone posts anything anywhere, I'm notified. But I'm logged into both of these at the same time, so I don't want double messages. For private messages, again, from your coach, I've got none because, hey, I am the coach. So please have one of the other ones selected, whether you want to be just notified on your mobile app, or if you spend a lot of time on the computer, have it in-app and by email, because you might not have the app web page open online, and this way you're going to get an email notifying you, a push email notifying you that you have a message. Trainer updates my account. Again, it helps to be notified. We may update your training program in some way. We may add some notes. We may adjust your calendar, posting things on there. So it is important. Please either have the app or app and email, depending on what gets a hold of you best. Reminders, this is for when you set your calendar. If you want to be reminded that you have something planned for the day, you can do that. And then you have it set. I have mine set for 11 because that's usually my workout time, is somewhere between 11 and 1. And that it dings me and all that. Payment events, how do you want to be notified? Again, in-app or by email, so I have it notifying me by both. You can test your push notification. Is it coming through? If I hit that, it's going to send me a push notification for a test. And then email notifications, that's either on or off if you want email notifications. So these are all really important setups. The most important thing is how we can timely communicate with you. Connecting apps and devices. All right, so this is how you connect different things. So we're an online coaching service, so we really can use the help for social media shout outs and different things. So if you're into Facebook, you have an account, then yeah, please connect it, as I am here. And then you can share out when you do personal best or train and get that out there. That would be really nice. We'd appreciate it. If you have a Fitbit, you can connect it. Right now, the Fitbit just records your resting heart rate each day. There's plans to enhance it and get your steps and other things done. If you're into nutrition coaching or you want your nutrition linked, MyFitnessPal is connected here. The process is, if I weren't already connected, the blue where it says disconnect would say connect. If I press connect, then you'll type in, it'll give you FitnessPal login. You'll type in your login ID and password. It'll ask you if you want to connect it and sync it. You want to say yes. It's going to do those things, and then it's going to import the last 4 weeks of data, and then it will keep up to date thereafter. We don't use the withings. If you hit here, you're going to go to the getting.
Welcome to your Trainerized client experience. When you first log on,
I'm going to back out of that. Email app support. This is a real easy way where you can get a hold of the development company for our app and communicate with them technically, and then sign out. Unless you want to be forced to sign back in and remember your sign in, I don't recommend you hit that. So that's the settings set up for the training app. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any additional questions or concerns about setting different things up, send us a message through the message app here, and we'll get with you real quickly. As you know, that's our primary mean for following up with you guys.